Okay, guys, as promised, here is the game I was talking about that I found really unique. Uh, I done a little more research. Apparently, this is an imported game. It's a shooter. It's called Bloodshot, and apparently it was like cracked. Um, so let's load it up. And there, see the keys kind of. Sometimes I have to do it a couple times. But I found that this game, the graphics is awesome on it. And if you guys have ever heard of this, leave comments below. I'm sure some of you guys in Europe, where it's probably imported from, have heard of this. I'd never heard of it before. It takes a little bit to load because, like I said, it is a pretty awesome game. Graphic-wise, it has to be pushing the Commodore 64 to its limits. The sound is awesome. So let's load this up. On this disc here, also there was some other games. One was called Sledgehammer, and one was called Gorilla. But I think one of those was like more like an application or something. I did get, like I said in my first video you seen, tons and tons of discs. Most of them working. I'll go through some more games. Most of them are copied. I don't know how they done it back then. I don't know. I assume that they had like a modem they dialed into these bulletin boards, or however they done it back then. I didn't have a modem or anything like that with mine, or I wasn't technically savvy enough to do that. But if anybody else knows a little more, leave some comments. Like I said, this was my favorite computer growing up. I did have a Commodore VIC-20. I grew up in at the time of the Pong and the Atari 2600. I have almost all the old vintage consoles, so if you guys want to see more of that kind of content, just let me know. So let's run this. It's kind of funny. It goes back to the, as you can see there, it says, I can't quite make that out of there, but it says proudly presents Bloodshot, imported by Dr. Ice. 10/7 of 88. It's called. It says called the TNC boards. Okay. Disc cracker. White note. I guess that's all the names of the guys that cracked it. So I hope that none of that music's copyrighted. So what weird about it is you hit the space bar and you're like, what in the world? I'm back at this screen. You just have to type run again. Okay, now here we go. It says the Rough Boys Game Trainer. I don't know if you can. Oh, you can't see that text there, can you? Let me adjust this camera a little bit. I thought I was getting all that in view there. Apparently I'm not. Hold on. I don't have a good setup for this. I'm having to use my phone right now. So let me see. Hold on. I need to get something under there. Something heavy. There we go. Maybe. No. Well. Anyways, we'll try it like that. And by the way, I'm using a Sega Genesis joystick. I didn't want to dig out my Atari 2600 joysticks right now, but okay. And it says the Rough Boys Game Trainer, Bloodshot Release 31088 by TRB, Mega Invincibility. So yes, because you're going to need it. Bloodshot by the Rough Boys. Press any button to continue. To start. And right there, look at that. I just found that amazing. It's hard though, I can tell you that. I played it a couple of times, and if you didn't have the invincibility, I don't think you'd get very far. I'm not going to play very much longer. Maybe if I can get, since I'm invincible, maybe I can get to the second level or something. Show you that. And if you want to see more, just maybe I'll do another video. Oh man. I guess this is one of the. I don't know if that's like the balls or what. But. And I'm not the best player, so it kind of reminds me of Xenon. But you don't have the sound effects is great and everything, but they don't have like a music soundtrack like Xenon did. Also have Uridium on one of the discs that was with it. That's also an awesome shooter. Oh man, I don't know what that is. Daggone, what is that thing? It's like I have no clue. Weird looking thing. Looks like a space station or something. Oh man, what's that? Shoot. I mean, I don't know, you guys can comment. I mean, to me, I just find the graphics for a Commodore 64 game to be awesome. The first one it booted up, I was like, am I playing this one on the Amiga 500? I also have the Amiga 500 and the Atari ST. So if you guys want to see any of that stuff, let me know in the comment. I'm wanting to get I'm having an issue with my Amiga 500. Apparently, I bought a A520 video adapter for it a while back, and apparently it was a PAL version, because all I can display it in is black and white, which I heard, and I looked at the chip inside of it, and the crystal in there, they said if it was like I forget exactly what megahertz it was, then it was a PAL version, and it was. So I'm looking to get me an original 1084S monitor. Dang it. Okay, what's it doing now? Apparently it's not moving anymore forward, so I don't know if I have to destroy all these maybe to keep going. Maybe I gotta destroy all these eyes. Oh yeah, there we go. I do find that if it would have had a music track with it, it would have been a little bit better. like I said, it's hard. If you didn't have invincibility in this, you wouldn't be getting that. There's some weird looking things on here. What is that? Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna maybe go to the next screen and that'll probably be it. Don't want to bore y'all too much. Ooh. Also, if you find this type of videos interesting, oh man, I'd like to give a shout out to the Shadow Nose. He does awesome videos. He does a lot of comparison videos of, you know, all pretty much Commodore 64, Amiga, ST, Sinclair, and he shoots comparison videos and let's play videos. And he's really awesome. So if you like his and you never checked out his channel, check it out. It's the Shadow Nose. See if I can get to the end of this, and then that's probably going to be it, guys. So, again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in and watching. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you want more videos like this or like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel. I do plan on doing more. Like I said, I got tons of these games I can show you that I got with this. But anyway, I do appreciate everyone watching. And that's going to be it. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.